Welcome back to the deep dive. Wow, if you thought Saturday night's main event settled things, think again.
Not even close.
We are going to break down what happened on SmackDown in Greenville, South Carolina. It was just, well, carnage is the word, right? Less continuation, more like hitting a giant reset button.
Oh, absolutely. A total shockwave. We're going to walk you through the key things that went down. Cody Rhodes and his, let's say, new approach to being champion.
Controversial.
Very. Then the women's division just exploded. 2 huge title changes, completely different vibes.
Right, in one night.
And finally, that main event chaos. It just spiraled until Nick Aldis had to step in and drop the hammer with the suspension.
Okay, so let's start right there with Cody Rhodes, because he opened the show, basking in the win, a win he got using the title belt.
Yeah, while the ref was down.
So the big question is this just a slight edge, or is this a whole new Cody Rhodes we're seeing? Are the American Nightmares principles kind of eroding?
It really feels like a major shift. He came out super casual, celebrating with fans, almost like the belt thing didn't happen.
Right.
But then he gets on the mic, and he's not sorry. He's justifying it. Said he'll do anything to keep the title.
And he put the blame on McIntyre, didn't he? Said Drew brought the belt in first.
Exactly. It's a rationalization. He's basically saying, hey, he started it, I finished it. It suggests the win matters more than how he gets it now.
Which makes him way more dangerous, doesn't it? A champion willing to bend the rules like that?
And that attitude immediately drew attention. He barely finished talking about relaxing when Aleister Black's music hit.
Yep, here comes Black and Zelina.
And Black was direct. Said they dealt with Priest, now they want the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That intensity Black brings. It's something else. But Zelina, wow. She was the spark, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah. Stepped right up to Cody
Yeah.
and just slapped him hard.
Oof. Making a statement. Like, you're not a real champion in our eyes.
And that was it. That slap, that challenge to his legitimacy. Nick Aldis was out there instantly.
No messing around.
None. Aldis seemed so done with the unpredictability, he just made the match. Rhodes versus Black, main event. Tonight.
He wants control back. You could feel it.
Okay.
Okay, before we get to that main event, we got to mention the R-Truth moment.
Yes, pure R-Truth.
Even with all this championship drama, you have R-Truth showing up at Aldis's office.
With his own balls. His words, apparently. Trying to put them in the lottery drum for the John Cena tournament.
Believing it would help his odds.
And Aldis just calmly has to tell him, Truth, you're already in the tournament.
It's just perfect. A little bit of needed absurdity, Shows how nuts this tournament is already making people.
Definitely. Okay, so pivoting back to the serious stuff. The women's division. If Cody's situation was a crack, this was an earthquake. 2 titles changed hands.
And in totally different ways, which I think is key here.
Exactly. 2 paths to the top demonstrated in one night. First, Jade Cargill. She didn't just beat Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title at the pay-per-view.
No, she demolished her.
Obliterated is the word.
Yeah.
It was decisive. Total dominance. A real statement.
And then her promo on SmackDown. She wasn't asking for respect, she was demanding fear. Said what happened to Stratton is coming for everyone else.
And capped it off with, she is exactly that bitch.
God.
Not a brag, more like a warning.
So what does that level of aggression do to the division? It must send ripples.
Oh, instantly. As she's walking up the ramp, all confident, she runs into Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Ah, the stare down.
Yeah, intense. You've got Flair, the established dominant force, face-to-face with this new, maybe even more imposing presence.
And Bliss had to pull Charlotte away, right?
Had to physically drag her back. Like, not now, not yet. That little moment sets up potentially the biggest clash we could see.
Yeah.
Styles make fights, and that's a huge one brewing.
Totally agree. Okay, so if Cargill is raw power, the second title change is all about cunning.
Exactly. Not even an hour later, boom, another title change. Chelsea Green pins Giulia for the Women's U.S. Championship.
And it was fast, like blink and you miss it, under 2 minutes.
1 minute, 37 seconds. That tells you everything. This wasn't about a long, drawn-out battle.
No, it was pure opportunism.
Well, you had the chaos outside first, right? Kiana James and Alba Fire just start brawling immediately.
Creating the distraction.
The perfect smokescreen. And Green just capitalizes, rolls Giulia up, and grabs the ropes.
Of course she did. Classic heel move, leverage pin.
Pure tactical cheating. And then she immediately runs into the crowd to celebrate with Ethan Page.
Her AAA mixed tag partner who was apparently shouting advice the whole time.
Right. Mentioning his title reinforces that Green is using outside connections, thinking strategically beyond just the match itself. She won with help, speed, and bending the rules.
Such a contrast to Cargill's solo destruction.
It's a perfect contrast. And it's already causing friction. B-Fab was complaining backstage about Cargill's attitude, calling her disruptive.
And Cargill overheard.
Overheard the whole thing, turned right around, and challenged her. Match next week. Just like that. The division is boiling.
Wow. Okay, that leads us nicely into the U.S. Championship scene on the men's side and this whole faction warfare thing that's really starting to take shape.
Yeah, it started with Ilja Dragunov. He wants Schmerz, Payne, issues an open challenge.
And Ciampa answers, but then
Dragunov specifically says he wants Gargano. And Ciampa, interestingly, steps aside. Shows that DIY dynamic, right? Respecting the chance call, maybe?
Yeah, or maybe some other internal stuff going on there. The match itself was good, though. Hard-hitting.
Definitely. Over 10 minutes. Dragunov retains with the H-bomb. That finisher is brutal.
We saw some faction stuff sneak in there, too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ciampa tried a distraction early on.
And Candice LeRae tried to interfere later for Gargano, but the ref didn't see it. So influences are definitely there.
But the bigger story seems to be these groups forming, Solo Sikoa and the MFTs.
Yeah, seen backstage planning. They're targeting the tag titles. And they still have eyes on the U.S. title, too. The bloodline influence continues, just different guys.
And Sami Zayn is still trying to get involved against them.
Desperately. Trying to get Aldis to let him be ringside for Rey Fénix's match. Aldis shut him down again. Told him to stand down.
Feels less about injury and more about Aldis trying to keep Sami from just exploding, doesn't it?
Totally. Containment. We saw the lines drawn later, though. Before Fénix fought Tala Tonga.
The Motor City Machine Guns and Nakamura came out?
Yep. And they cleared out all the extra MFTs from ringside. Basically sent a message to Solo, your backup isn't safe here. Left it just Solo and Tala Tonga against Fénix. Tonga got the win in the end, but the point was made.
But then, the really unsettling part, the Wyatt Six.
Ugh, yeah. Right as the MFTs were leaving backstage, the Wyatt Six just appeared.
Always creepy.
But this time, Eric Rowan held them back. Said, it's not time yet.
Ominous. So they're waiting, choosing their moment.
Looks like it. Which is almost scarier, isn't it? That they're plotting something specific.
Definitely. And speaking of calculated moves, what happened to Bliss and Flair?
Oh, man. Sneak attack in the trainer's room. Brutal and smart.
They were getting checked out, and then
Asuka and Kairi Sane show up dressed as nurses. Total mind game.
Wow.
And then, bam, poison mist, blinded both champions, instantly sets up a huge tag title feud built on deception.
it really feels like every single champion is under threat now. The whole structure feels shaky. Let's quickly cover the John Cena tournament details before the main event madness.
Right, it's huge. 16 people, Raw and SmackDown involved. Starts next week on Raw.
We knew about Rusev versus Priest and Nakamura versus Sheamus already. Big matches.
And Aldis added 2 more for SmackDown side, The Miz versus Jey Uso. That's interesting.
Very. And LA Knight versus a surprise opponent.
Yep, keeping that one close to the vest.
Yeah.
But Miz's reason for being in it stood out.
Yeah, he basically said it's not about honoring Cena. It's about finally settling his own score with Cena's legacy, getting a spot he felt he deserved. All about The Miz.
Classic Miz. So all of that, the title changes, the attacks, the tournament build-up, it all funneled into the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black.
Good match, technically. Over 10 minutes, back and forth. But Zelina was everywhere.
Constantly interfering. Distractions. Cheap shots when the ref was looking away. Keeping Black in it.
But you just knew it wasn't going to end clean right, given how the night started with Cody's controversial win.
No way. And sure enough, Drew McIntyre, out of the crowd, avoiding security.
And he hits the Claymore, but not on Cody.
On the referee, just levels the official. Deliberately.
That's the moment. That's pure defiance. Any pretense is gone. McIntyre is just chaos now.
And then he goes after Rhodes, joining Black. 2-on-1 beatdown.
Until Damian Priest runs down, the guy Black beat earlier.
Yeah, talk about strange alliances, or maybe just enemies of enemies. Priest evens the odds, and it just turns into a massive brawl. Everyone fighting everyone.
Total bedlam. Zelina eventually gets Black out of there. Cody fights off Drew for a second.
But then Aldis comes storming down. He looks absolutely furious. Like, this was the last straw.
He's had enough.
Completely snapped. And just points at McIntyre.
You're suspended!
Immediately. Suspended. Show ends right there. Aldis making a huge statement. No messing around with attacking officials. McIntyre protesting like crazy, but Aldis wasn't hearing it.
Wow. So tying it all together, what's a big picture takeaway from this wild night?
I think it's about instability, really. The championship scenes, both men's and women's, are completely unpredictable. Titles are changing hands fast, sometimes through questionable means.
Right. Integrity seems optional for some champs now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the factions are drawing clearer lines. MFTs have targets. The Wyatts are waiting in the wings. Sami Zayn is like a ticking time bomb near Aldis. It feels like everything could explode heading into the next big event.
Yeah, unstable is the perfect word. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into the Greenville chaos, here's something for you to think about. We saw Chelsea Green win using tricks, leverage, outside help.
Pure cunning.
And we saw Jade Cargill win through sheer undeniable force.
Total dominance.
So, with those two models now holding gold in the women's division, what is the blueprint for success right now? Is it about being the most powerful or just the most opportunistic, raw strength or calculated deception? Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about.
We'll leave you with that question. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.